Hi everyone, my name is Anali and today I'm gonna be reviewing The Incredibles 2 because this channel is apparently turning into a movie review channel that uploads every 6 months. I know that there are hundreds and thousands of reviews already of this movie, but I didn't want to rush into making a video just to get it up there. I wanted to kind of like digest this movie and give you my honest thoughts about it. So I've already watched the movie twice and yeah, this is my opinion. Anyways, so The Incredibles 2 is the sequel to the beloved film The Incredibles, this movie that we all grew up watching and that we all love and waited about 15 years to know what happened next. And it's finally here. First and very quickly, I just want to talk about the short that it comes with The Incredibles 2. I don't remember the name of it. It's called Bow, and it's this short film about kind of like parenthood and the relationship that you have with your parents as a son, daughter, or parent relationship, which at first I really liked it. I really liked the concept, and then after watching the movie for a second time, I realized how well it blends with the message of The Incredibles 2. So I think it's a perfect short. It's very beautiful. I didn't cry, which I cry very easily, and I don't know why I didn't cry, but it's beautiful and I really liked it. Okay, but now for the movie itself. So The Incredibles 2 begins right where we left off with The Incredibles. We finally get to see what happened with this mole man that appeared out of nowhere, and everything moves pretty fast. It basically just, you know, it starts and boom, action. So I think that was very nice because it was something that, you know, they didn't make it a thing, you know, it was just The Incredibles doing their job, which is kind of illegal because it's not their job and the government doesn't like super. So basically the plot develops around that, you know, how supers are actually illegal. So with that, the Parr family is now homeless and jobless. So that's kind of very sad. But immediately Frozone gets an offer from a company who wants to kind of make supers a thing again. They want to make them legal, they want people to see how good they are, and they want to make the government change their mind. So they call Frozone, Mr. Incredible, and Elastigirl to go into this kind of company, and, you know, they present them the project of how could they achieve this goal. Now the company kind of like studied the superheroes and they think that Elastigirl is more suitable for the job. So well, now Elastigirl becomes kind of like the breadwinner of the family because she's out there fighting the crimes and villains and stuff, while Mr. Incredible stays at home with the kids. Now, what I really liked about this movie is that it's not only a role reversal, it's not only about female empowerment, which it's very strong in the movie. You can sense how strongly female empowerment was a theme in the movie. But it's not only about that. I really like how they show the other side of the coin. Like, you know, like you see Mr. Incredible struggling to kind of let go of that responsibility. So that's one thing that I really liked about this movie, you know? It's not only about being a superhero, it's kind of like showing that being a superhero is not exactly fighting villains. It's also raising a family, it's also taking care of your beloved ones, it's also about, you know, even finding who you are, even finding like what you're good at. That's also a heroic act. And I think that's just amazing. And another thing that I really liked was that this movie, it's not exactly treated as an animated film. It gets kind of like this live action treatment that I think every animated movie should have. So I really liked it. Now another random thing that I really love about this movie, which is not only about this movie, it began at the first one. It's actually from the first one, but you know, yeah. But I really liked the aesthetic of this movie and also the first one, obviously, because I still don't know what time period is it developed in. I think if I Google it, I will have the answer. But it's just that it has this 50s, 60s vibe, but then at the same time you get to see all of this technology that the characters use, like Edna's house. It's just amazing. I mean, talking about Edna, she's my favorite character. I love her part in the movie. I felt like that was the most fan service part of the movie, but it was just amazing. Like, Edna is my spirit animal and I just love her. So yeah, I really don't know like if this is kind of like in the future or if it's in the past. I'm leaning towards it's kind of like a futuristic movie where, you know, supers actually exist, and you know, but it has this influence from the 50s, 60s. But then again, you are introduced to other supers that look very 80s and 90s, you know, very colorful, very eccentric. I don't know. I really don't know what time period this is supposed to be happening in, but I love it. I think it's genius. I just love the aesthetic, like the general aesthetic of the movie is just amazing. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I cannot say that it's better than the first one because in my opinion it is not, but I think it's a very good sequel, and it's pretty much it's a fan service movie, but I think it has a purpose and it still has a message. It still has a lot of metaphors that we can kind of compare it with the real world and what's happening right now. So I think that's just amazing. I really love The Incredibles 2. If I were to rate it, I would say 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, I think that's basically it. I hope that you like this video, and as always, thank you for watching. Bye!